As Christians, we are living in a world that is increasingly under the influence of darkness and evil. The concept of a new world order, often associated with satanic and anti-Christian ideologies, has been a topic of concern for many believers. This perceived threat to our faith and values can be overwhelming, but it is essential to remember that we have the power to fight back against the forces of darkness. The first step in fighting back is to understand the nature of the enemy. The New World Order is not just a political or economic system, but a spiritual one, driven by desire to reject God and His sovereignty. It seeks to establish a world where human beings are in control, and God is relegated to a distant, irrelevant figure. This is, of course, a satanic agenda, as Satan has always sought to usurp God's authority and lead humanity away from Him. To combat this, Christians must first and foremost ensure that they are grounded in their faith. This means cultivating a deep and personal relationship with God through prayer, Bible study, and worship. We must also be mindful of the spiritual armor that God has provided for us, as outlined in Ephesians 6:10-18. This includes the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. By putting on this armor, we can protect ourselves from the attacks of the enemy and be empowered to stand firm in our faith. Another crucial aspect of fighting back against the New World Order is to be aware of the ways in which it seeks to influence our culture and society. This includes the promotion of secular humanism, moral relativism, and the erosion of traditional values and morals. As Christians, we must be discerning and critical of the information and ideas that we are exposed to, and be willing to challenge and resist those that are contrary to our faith. This can involve speaking out against injustice, standing up for biblical values, and supporting organizations and initiatives that promote the gospel and defend Christian rights. In addition to individual actions, it is also essential for Christians to come together as a community to fight against the New World Order. This can involve joining with other believers in prayer, worship, and fellowship, as well as supporting and participating in Christian ministries and organizations that are working to spread the gospel and defend our faith. By uniting together, we can pull our resources, share our strengths, and provide mutual support and encouragement, thereby increasing our effectiveness in the battle against darkness. Moreover, Christians can also fight back against the New World Order by engaging in evangelism and discipleship. By sharing the gospel with others and making disciples, we can help to spread the light of Christ into a world that is increasingly dark and evil. This can involve participating in outreach and missions programs, supporting Christian missionaries and evangelists, and simply being a witness for Christ in our daily lives. As we share the love and truth of God with others, we can help to bring people out of the darkness and into the light, thereby undermining the influence of the New World Order. Finally, Christians must remember that our ultimate hope and trust is not in our own strength or abilities, but in God Himself. We are not fighting against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces of darkness, and it is God who has given us the victory through Christ. As we fight against the New World Order, we must do so with faith, trusting that God is sovereign and that He will ultimately triumph over all evil. By standing firm in our faith, trusting in God's power, and working together as a community, we can confidently resist the satanic forces of the New World Order and emerge victorious in the end.